It's Victor on the way to work answering another one of your questions. This one comes from a guy named, I don't know, doesn't tell me his name. Oh, okay, Tom. Let's just say Tom. Garbage truck. And so clean. Anyway, Tom, he's 29 years old, married, has a daughter, very young daughter, and he has studied other languages, German, Russian, and even did an abroad in Moscow. And he's been studying Japanese, and he has a job. Okay. So the first question is, if you want to find a job, if I want to find a job in Japan to utilize my degree, how would I go about doing that? So what's the best way to find a job? Well, of course, here's the thing when you ask me those questions, and why I can't answer very well, is because I don't need a job. I'm doing quite well without. I've got jobs, right? But I do get jobs occasionally, and most of it comes through networking. So. You know, I think so far from what I've seen, the best way to get jobs for me has been networking. Though I know other people who in Nagoya who used to be English teachers who just looked for advertisements in the Japan Times, and they went and they interviewed and they got jobs. So there's also that. You know, it's not just one way. There's a few ways to do it. Networking, getting your foot in the door. Let me see. So American job posting, move to Japan, move to teaching. Another way is get your foot in the door, which I told other people here on the channel before, is come over here any way you can. If you are a Westerner with a BA or BS, a college degree, you can just become an English teacher and then look for a better job, you know. Get here, get your foot in the door, get in the country on a visa, get a salary, or if you have enough money, just come over here and start knocking on doors. Of course, if you've already got the visa, you know, by becoming an English teacher, you can get the visa. You'll find a school to sponsor you. A lot of schools will sponsor you, not a big deal. They just start looking for a job. Another way is come over here and go to a language school, become a student if you've got the money. It's quite expensive, anywhere from, I don't know, $5,000 to $8,000, $9,000 per semester, or per year, maybe per year. You got to count on at least $1,500 a month, you know, to live. If you're really tight with your budget, maybe 1,000, maybe 800, you know. But I mean, you're looking at living in a gaijin slum, right? So there are a lot of places, gaijin pod and other places I don't really like for whatever personal reasons I have. But I don't recommend. But they're there. I mean, the jobs, I'm sure. What do they call it? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, it's there are a lot of people looking for employees that way, so there's one way. Okay. Yeah. Next question: do you think an American native English speaker would be able to find a good 5 million yen a year job? Let me see. Yes, because I make more than that when I'm lucky. So, basic English teacher job is 2 or 3 million a year. Maybe, you know, if it's kind of average, I guess maybe 250. So when you come over here, a lot of the jobs start lower, 230. Used to be a law, it used to be 250, $2,500 a month. So I'm rounding up to, for those of you who don't understand the way Japanese money works, 2,500 a month, roughly. But there used to be a law that would make employers pay that minimum, so we didn't have like homeless English teachers running around. But now they don't have that minimum anymore. And there are a lot of English teachers who come over here and start with much less. And also depends on what you're doing. Like if you go, like we talked with Regan the other day, Regan the Australian, and he said he was getting a little eye candy for you for the morning. Good morning. He was, I'm so bad. He said he's getting quite a bit less, but he's also working quite a bit less. So he has lots of time off. He has lots of free time, which is another thing that a lot of you will value, you know. Free time is great. If I didn't have a wife, damn wife. No, if I weren't married, if I didn't have, you know, a house with mortgage to pay, I would probably value the free time more and would, you know, work less so I could make more videos and do the things I like, which is fun. Do fun things, right? But yeah, anyway, short answer, yes. Okay. Let's see, his wife is very apprehensive about the possibility of moving to Japan, but would be willing to, sort of. She doesn't really want to learn Japanese. You know, if you're a woman, there's a big woman community here. There's a lot of people who never learn Japanese, so it's not a big deal. You can come over here and not learn Japanese. I know a guy here, look, just believe me, I know tons of people here. And they're like international centers, like Nagoya, and I'm sure Tokyo too, has like the international center, and you can go meet people and meet communities. There are a lot of communities to support, people like that who are not really in the culture that much, or can't speak Japanese. And a lot of Japanese just want to meet people who speak Japanese, English all the time, so no worries about that. So yeah, you don't need Japanese to live in this country. It's a great country. Just look around. Look, everything's in English here. See? Right? Look at that. Even if you don't know, you can see English. There's just English everywhere. Like evacuation route. See? English everywhere. Look, the sign behind me. English. It's not a big deal. She's also cautious about her kids going to Japanese school, and the subway's here, so I'm going to have to stop this. But I'll get back to that. In a second, and you'll see me in a second. At the station now, and he says his wife is apprehensive about moving, the kids, and the public schools. He says the public schools are among the best in the world. They are, but there's a lot of criticism about it, about how a lot of it's rote memory and robotic, and the kids are not encouraged to answer. And who you should talk, maybe Softy Papa. I don't know if he's willing to make a video about this, but he has a half kid. He's raised here. Not that, but his kid looks pretty Western, I think. And there are a lot of people who this woman's like checking me out here. But there are a lot of people who have kids here. I see sometimes white kids or Western kids on the subway in Japanese school uniforms. So obviously they go here. And actually, I know some. Yeah, I know some actually, and they seem pretty happy. So. Yeah, I can't say that it's, I can't really recommend them on a psychological level, but this is what I think. If you have a good support group for your daughter at home, yeah. If she has a good, if she has a happy home life, then, schools are tough everywhere. I had shitty days at school back in America, so, but they will learn a lot, and it'll probably be great to have her, learning another language, at that age. Let's see. I guess that's about it. Okay, I'll wrap this up in the next stop in a second. Getting out of the subway now, and I'm gonna take the elevator because I hurt my leg the other day, and I don't want to take stairs, and I can make the video right. Okay, so that guy, he didn't have any more questions. He said he was going to be asking other people. He has like pen pals, Japanese pen pals, and he's going to be asking them as well. Bye, train. And he'll get, he'll put all our answers together. Yeah, good. Don't just ask me. What do I know? Just one opinion. So you find other people. The thing about advice, and you'll notice this in life, is that often people don't actually want advice. They just want someone to confirm what they already think. So I'm not saying that he's that kind of person. Sometimes people want advice. Some more eye candy for you guys. I was talking about the guy. You sexist sons of bitches. Okay. Now my card is in this wallet. So watch what I do. I'm going to pass this, see it, right over here, and I go through. Wow, it's a country of magic. Okay, now I'm going to go to another elevator, but there's a guy over there. Next question comes from a guy who's an Indian. He's written me 3 times. He's like, how do Japanese people think about Indians? And I'll answer that after I get out of the elevator because I don't want to bother this guy. Okay. The next question comes from an Indian who wants to know if I've met many Indians in Japan, and what do Japanese think of Indians, and what do they know about India? Now, I've answered this many times before. Here's the thing. Many people ask me, what do people think about my minority, whether they're gay or lesbian, or they have some kind of mental problem, or they're missing fingers on a hand. Seriously, I've had all those questions before. Autistic, whatever. Okay, here's the thing. Do you know anyone in Japan who currently resides here, or who has become successful here, doing and belongs to your category, whatever category you are? Do you know anyone like that? Here's some more eye candy for you. Her cherries. She has 2 cherries right on her chest, in a very unfortunate position. Like they look like big boobs. Cherry boobs, kind of squished together, I guess. So yeah, if you know any Indians live in Japan, then of course it can be done. Like I've told you this again and again. Don't be so small-minded. You're not special. The fact that you're Indian is not a big deal, okay? The fact that you're gay or autistic or have one leg, whatever the hell you are, you know? You're not that special, I'm sorry. Oh, that's pretty. We're all not individual snowflakes, okay? Go watch the Fight Club. Jesus. That said, I'll answer the question anyway. I've met Indians in Japan. I've met westernized Indians in bars and such with Japanese girlfriends and things, and people who are married to Japanese. But all the ones I've met, not all, but most of them were westernized, meaning they were people who moved to Canada or America as Indians and then became Americans or Canadians. Is that pretty? That's pretty, huh? And a good way to keep people off your lawn or your side or your driveway, right? They're really pretty. Look at that. Wow. Anywho, those people, I've met quite a few people like that. I have met Indians, and Japan does respect India. The Indian system for mathematics is pretty, well, eye candy for you there. The Indian system for mathematics is highly respected, and I hear they practice that in the schools here. Indians are the best at math, you know. I've been to India. You know, India's the third world. A few people, Japanese, like, are interested in India. They've been to India. You know, it's kind of a dump, and I say that as a person who was born in Peru, which is also kind of a dump. You're either rich or poor in those countries, right? If you can get your ass over here, there are a lot of Japanese who are very open to Indians, and I've seen. And I know a lot of Japanese are very interested in the culture of India, and you will see a lot of influence here. And there are a lot of festivals and kind of, I don't want to say hippies, but people who are interested in the ethnicity of India, Indonesia and Bali and all that crap. I think it's all kind of related. Or let's say this, even if it's really different, Japanese are open to different cultures in that are similar to that. So if they're open to Bali and Indonesia, which I know is very different, but has some of kind of the artistic influences of India, then I think they'll be open to India, okay? I will also say this, because you guys expect honesty from me. I have met a couple Indians who reek of curry, which is great. Curry's great, I love curry. If it's in my mouth, okay? I don't want to smell it on the subway or in a bar, okay? Really, I mean, I met a guy in a bar once who told me he couldn't make Japanese friends. And he smelled like curry. Guy in a subway, really sitting like 5 people away, smelled like heavy curry, you know? I know you guys are what you eat, so if you eat a lot of curry, I don't know, kind of try to dispel that a little bit, or what's it called, dissolve that by eating a lot of something else, yogurt or ice cream, or I don't know, drink some perfume. I don't know what the hell to tell you, but anyway, yeah. So that's what I would say about India, about the little I know. And of course, I'm not Indian, so a better thing to do would be find somebody, a little tanuki. As for Canada, Jean, she likes tanukis. A better thing to do would be, again, ask somebody else. But again, final note, who cares? You don't have to ask anybody. You want to come over here. You don't have to make the whole country love you, right? If you want to make a life, you only need a few friends. You only need, maybe if you want a wife, maybe you'll meet a woman, right? But you only need one. You only need one to say yes. So don't get so caught up with the whole, what does Japan think about my little minority group? And that said, I'll talk to you guys later. Probably in a few seconds. Look at that bug in there. Okay guys, continuing on with the questions, walking, talking. This tree branch fell the other day. I told you trees are very dangerous. They kill people all the time here in Japan. If you see a tree, you should run. Okay. So, so I answered the Indian guy's question, right? He was like, there's a couple sitting in the car here. Just one guy. So yeah, long story short, anything one man could do, another man could do. So just do it and quit sweating crap about Indian stuff, right? And don't eat so much curry. Okay. The next question comes from a guy who is another moron. He asked me about how the train system works. He's coming to Japan soon. What's the best way to buy tickets? See, you guys are so lucky I continue making these stupid videos. I mean, seriously, you guys got to have pity on me when I get questions like this, right? But just in case someone doesn't even know this exists, go to www.japanrailpass.net, okay? And there's an English site too, like /English, whatever. Anyway, if you are coming to visit Japan and you're not you're not a Japanese resident, or you're not working here, you're eligible to buy Japan Rail tickets at a discounted price, which means you can go all around for a couple of weeks. I don't know the exact prices, but it's substantially less than, oh my God, this guy's just about to spit. He's gonna spit. It's substantially less than if you were me, if you live here. Shinkansen tickets are really expensive. I'll give you an example. If I want to go from Nagoya to Kyoto, which is about an hour, 45 minutes, it'll cost me about 5,000 yen, which is about $50. If I want to go from here to Tokyo, which is about maybe a 2-hour trip. Oh, beautiful, look at these. That's nice, huh? Are these real? Yeah, they're real. That's about an hour and about $100. So it's pretty expensive stuff, right? Ironically, or interestingly enough, not ironically, the most expensive, look at that windy road down there. The most expensive train in the world is the train from Cusco to Machu Picchu. It's because it's not very long, but it kind of winds up and down the mountain. A couple hours, but it's really expensive. I think it's, how much was it? 200 bucks or something? I think for the distance. I don't know how they measure that shit, but anyway. I read that somewhere. Okay, so that's Japan Rail Pass. Okay, stupid question. Okay, the next email is from a guy from, he's a Canuck. He's a French, Canadian, Italian from Montreal. And let me just pause for a second. As you guys know, there's a few Canadians on YouTube. There's Find Me in Kurume. I think Michaela's Canadian. Of course, I think Charlotte's Canadian too, isn't she? Is she Canadian? I forget. And there's Mira, Canada Gene 3, of course, by the name. There's some other ones. I probably missed something. Oh, beautiful flowers. Look at these. Those are gorgeous, huh? Look at that. Beautiful flowers, huh? But, there's a voice from someone's talking. Yeah, so I often joke about Canadians. I make fun of Canadians, right? Gorgeous flowers, huh? I'm so easily distracted by flowers. But I don't mean any of it. It's joke. I'm joking, okay? So in the Canada Jean is Stupid video, which of course I don't think she's stupid. I say in the video, I don't think she's stupid. I think she's pretty bright. Look at this guy fixing this house. I wonder what he's doing. Looks dangerous. The house is all falling apart. Looks really old. I want to ask him a question, but I could distract him and accidentally kill him. Curiosity killed the cat, huh? Oh, he's ripping something off there. Whoa, dusty. Whoa. Anyway, so there he is back. You can see behind him. So in that video, I jokingly refer to Canada as a bunch of hicks, and I say immediately after that, I'm joking. Now, in the video comment section, just a couple days ago, I don't remember. Some girl, I think her name was Betty, it goes like ape shit in the comment section. That's just about America, everybody hates you guys because of bombs and shit. Really silly. And you know, like what am I supposed to do with that? Yeah, America's hated kind of, but actually loved too at the same time. I mean, yeah, politically, yeah, I would say, agree. A lot of people in the world don't like us. But culturally speaking, and as Americans as individuals, we're pretty well liked, and being American opens up a lot of doors. But that's not even the point. The point was I'm joking. But this girl went ape shit, right? And I like to tease the people who overreact, you know, in the comment section. So I said, I think she was cursing. She said something really dirty. Fuck this and fuck that. So I said, you French kiss your father with that mouth. And I wrote it in French. I had to look up the word kiss, which is very similar to Spanish, beso. It's bisus or something. Of course, I don't know how to pronounce it. So she's like, my father died 5 months ago. And then she says something about my mother doing 57 blowjobs or something, you know, really childish. Huh? But I was just amazed how people, how crazy people are on this. I can't talk about this in the elevator, getting on the elevator, sitting right there, elevator. Remember, I hurt my legs, I got to take the elevator. But yeah, she went kind of apeshit. So to those Canadians, so most of you, which is like 99% of you, who can take a joke, I want to thank you, and I just want to remind you that when I make fun of Canada, I'm not really making fun of Canada. I'm just, we're just cheesing because we're neighbors. Everyone likes Canadians. Canadians and Americans love each other pretty much, pretty sure. Though, at least on the friends I have here in Japan, though there's some strange belief that some Japanese think that Canadians hate Americans and Americans hate Canadians, but we don't. At least Americans don't hate Canadians, right? And if you are a Canadian person who hates Americans, please let me know why. And if you're an American who hates Canadians, please let me know why. I'll be back in a second. Okay, back in the subway here. Got the magic card out here. Ready? There we go. There we go. If you do it too quick, it'll say, please touch me again. Okay. So this guy, the reason I'm talking about Canadians again, because the next email is from a guy from French, Canadian, Italian from Montreal. And he's talking about, this is what happened. A lot of people ask me how to get to Japan, and I always basically give the same answer. Get a student visa, get a working holiday visa, come over and if you're qualified, become a teacher. Those are some of the basic ways, okay? There is, however, another way. And he says, he wanted to remind us about this. So he wants me to tell you guys about a site called Copra.org. So there you go, Kopra.org. I haven't checked it out, but apparently it's an internship program. And the only requirements to obtain this visa is there are certain designated activities visa. It's a designated activity visa. Is you have to be a student when you leave, I guess, and a student when you come back. So, yeah, you have to come back to your own country after how long the visa is, I imagine a year. And you have to be a student. The other thing is this type of visa does not give you, it's an internship, right? So you don't get a lot of money. It's only 150,000 yen a month. A month. Which is what I tell people, pretty much the bare minimum that you need to survive. But it's enough, and you'll be in Japan and you get an internship, it will provide you valuable experience. So I highly recommend it. So you guys who are into it, trying something different, and you're not English speakers or native English speakers, then you should try this, okay? Am I on the right side of the... Yeah, good, okay. So so the way he did it is he said it took him a long time, and he got an internship at a large German company, okay? And they signed the contract last week, and he's going to be in Saitama Ken. And it took him a long time, and a lot of hard work was put into to land this position. But the pay is substantially less than an English teacher. But he's saved up some money, so he'll have his extra money savings, so he'll be using that as well. So on another point, would you have any suggestions of places I must visit in Tokyo? No, not really. I mean, just the typical places. Personally, I just like walking around. I went to London last year. I didn't even go anywhere famous. I just walked around and had a good time. So, and if you're going to be there long, and Nagoya, as I will be visiting this sometime. No point coming to Nagoya unless you have to. It's really not much to see here. Though it's very close to other parts of Japan. It's very centrally located. It's a good place to visit other places. But there's no reason really to come to Nagoya unless you're going to live here. But it's a great place to live. I really enjoy the city. It's a good place. That's about it. And his name is Derek. Derek, and he has a little accent over the E, which is really what, he's a stuck-up French guy. They like to spell their names funny. Anyway, that's it. Those are it. I've answered all your emails. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I'll just put this up as another one of my answering your stupid questions, long blogs, laundry/subway blogs. Thanks for watching. Bye, Subway. See you guys.